Hello everyone, welcome to this daily live of Unacademy CAT4MBA channel. This is part 2 of time speed distance session. So in this session we are going to discuss concepts related to trains, boats and streams, and then we'll discuss races, and of course we are going to practice plenty of questions. So in case if you are new to this channel, let me quickly introduce to myself. So I have completed my MBA. I'm also an engineer. I have plenty of training experience and I personally appeared for CAT many times. Not only myself, we have the best of the educator on this channel. So make sure that you have subscribed to this channel and you're watching us on daily live. Right, so we will quickly go through all these points that we had discussed in the previous session. So in case if you have missed the part 1 session, I'll suggest you to pause this video here and quickly go through that and then come back to this one. It would be really helpful. But after this 3 sessions, that is time speed distance part 1, part 2 and part 3, you can be rest assured to tackle any CAT question from this area. So we'll be discussing relative speed concept, then boats and stream, and various type of races, whether it's a 2-participant race problem or 3-participant race problem. You should be able to tackle any of this. Right, and once again, this is Unacademy CAT4MBA channel. Make sure that you have subscribed to this one and also share it with your friends so that they can also be benefited. This is our Telegram channel, so please be part of that so that you get regular updates about all the important events. More importantly, I'll suggest you to go for Unacademy subscription. So as you know that we are conducting daily live sessions on YouTube. Similarly, we are conducting very structured courses on Unacademy learning app. So if you haven't downloaded that, please quickly download it and then you can go for this subscription. There are various subscription plans available. Now let me quickly tell you what are the benefits of this plan. So you get personal attention of the faculty, you get access to the test series, leaderboard and many exciting features. So during the session I'll also tell you about that, but these are the various plans. I'll suggest you to go for 12 months or 24 months plan. Even though the CAT exam is just 3 months away, but then the MBA exam, MBA entrance selection process doesn't end over there. So it goes on. You will have interview and you will have group discussion or WAT, and also you'll require support and guidance at various stages. So this is the reason I suggest you to go for 12 months or 24 months plan, particularly if you are looking for CAT next year. So 24 months plan is suitable. Do not forget to use my referral code SHAH10, and using that you will get 10% attractive discount and you will be able to gain my personal attention. So guys, this is how you can go ahead, and you can also interact with me using this Unacademy learning app. There is a message option using which you can directly connect with the educator. So I'll be just a click away. Do use that. So guys, let's begin and let's crack it. Let me quickly see who all are present. Yes, hi Robin, Sovik, everyone. Good evening all of you. Guys, I'm facing some technical issue. Probably I may not be able to respond to your messages. So, but yes, you can always ask me your doubts after the session. You can be part of our group and you can ask me your queries. That's perfectly fine. So guys, last time in the previous session, we had discussed all these points like relationship between distance, speed and time. Then we also had discussed the conversion units, then various concepts related to average speed, various situations rather. For example, average speed is total distance upon total time. That's a standard formula. But when for two different journeys, if the distance traveled are same, then average speed will be harmonic mean of those two speeds, that is 2s1 s2 upon s1 plus s2. Same way, for two different journeys, if the time taken is same, then the average speed will be simple average, or you can say arithmetic mean of those two speeds. So this is how you find out average speed. We had also discussed the proportionality concept and we had practiced plenty of questions. So once again, do not miss that particular part 1. Please go through that in case if you missed that session. So this is what we had discussed, right? Now let's start with the concept of relative speed. So guys, relative speed comes in the picture whenever we talk about two or more than two moving bodies. Right now, this two or more than two moving bodies can be moving in the opposite direction, or they may be moving in the same direction. So let's take one simple example and understand the situation. There are two cars, both of them are traveling at the speed, say 60 km per hour and 40 km per hour, and the distance between them is 200 kilometers. They are approaching each other, they are traveling towards each other. So in simple words, if you see, they're traveling in opposite direction. Now in how much time will they be able to meet? Okay, so can I say every hour, or I can say in 1 hour this car A will travel 60 kilometer distance and this car B will travel 40 kilometer distance. Yes or no? So total distance traveled by both the car together in 1 hour time is nothing but 100 kilometer. So their relative speed becomes 100 kilometer per hour. This is nothing but relative speed. That means every hour distance between them will get reduced by 100 kilometer. So right now they are 200 kilometer apart. So can I say they'll take 2 hours time? Right. So that's nothing but the application of relative speed. So if the distance is 200 kilometer and the relative speed is 100 kilometer per hour, so this is how you can quickly calculate what is the time taken. So it will come out to be 2 hours. Right. So when two bodies travel in opposite direction, the relative speed will be sum of the speed. Just remember this point. Right. Same way, let's take a different scenario. There is a car which is going in the same direction as a truck. Okay, so both of these are going in the same direction. Truck is traveling at a slightly slower speed, say 40 km per hour, and this car is traveling at 45 km per hour, and the distance between them right now is 50 km. Now let's understand what happens. So can I say in 1 hour's time the truck will move forward 40 km while the car will move forward 45 km? Right. So definitely car will travel 5 more kilometer every hour over truck. So what is the relative speed of car over truck? It's 45 minus 40, that is 5 kilometer per hour. This is the relative speed of car over truck. So when two bodies travel in the same direction, the relative speed will be difference of speed. Now how are we going to use it? So here the car is 50 kilometer behind truck, and we know that every hour it travels 5 more kilometer compared to truck, right? So for 50 kilometer, can I say it will take 10 hours time, right? Why? 50 divided by is 45 minus 40. This is the relative speed, this is the distance, so you will get time. So it will come out to be 10 hours. So the car will overtake the truck in 10 hours time. So guys, this is the simple concept of relative speed that you will require to apply in many CAT questions, right? So let's look at some of the CAT questions. Yeah guys, if you have any query, I'm sure all of you are clear up till now. And yes guys, how can you forget to press the like button? So everyone quickly press the like button. Yes, have you all pressed that? Yeah. Okay, so I'm sure all of you are clear with this concept of relative speed by now. Okay, so let's look at this problem. I mean, it's a simple question, but since we are solving the first question, so let me solve it for you. And if you are clear with the concept, you can also try by your own. If you want, you can pause the session over here and you can try to solve by your own, and then you can verify your answer with me. So a train starts from Delhi at 6 a.m. and reaches Ambala Kant at 10 a.m. Okay, the other train starts from Ambala Kant at 8 a.m. and reaches Delhi at 11:30 a.m. So let me draw the situation. Here is Delhi, here is Ambala Kant. Okay, this train starts at 6 a.m. and the distance between Delhi and Ambala Kant is given as 200 kilometer. Now please understand, the train from Delhi reaches Ambala at 10 a.m. that is in the 4 hours duration, right? So can I say this train, Delhi bound train, travels 200 kilometer distance in 4 hours time? So what is its speed? Its speed is 50 kilometer per hour. Everyone, have you understood this? Show me a thumbs up quickly. The distance between Delhi and Ambala is 200 kilometer, and the train which starts from Delhi at 6 reaches Ambala at 10 a.m. So it takes 4 hours to travel this 200 kilometer distance. So speed should be 50 kilometer per hour. Same way, this Ambala bound train starts at 8 a.m. and reaches Delhi at 11:30. So this train travels distance of 200 kilometer in 3.5 hours. Yes. Now 3.5 can also be written as 7 by 2. So let me simplify this thing. So this will come out to be 400 by 7 kilometer per hour. So that's the speed of this Ambala bound train. This train, which started at 8 a.m. is traveling at a speed of 400 by 7 kilometer per hour. Guys, have you all understood this point? Quickly show me a thumbs up. Yes, everyone. Yeah, great. Okay, Sumit, Sauvik, others. Yeah. Okay. So now see, please understand, the concept of relative speed will be applicable when both the bodies are moving. If you look at in this question, Delhi train started at 6 a.m. Ambala train started at 8 a.m. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to find out where will this train, the one that started from Delhi, will be at 8 a.m. So can I say this train which started at 6 a.m. will be somewhere over here at the middle point. Say let's call this point C. At 8 a.m. this train will be over here, because in 2 hours duration it would have traveled 50 into 200 kilometer distance. Yes, everyone. Now see, this train is traveling in this direction, this train is traveling in this direction, so they are basically traveling in opposite direction, and the distance between them is 100 kilometer. So now we can apply the concept of relative speed. So time is equal to distance upon relative speed. Here the distance between them at 8 a.m. is 100 kilometer, and the relative speed will be, now since they are going in opposite direction, relative speed will be sum of the speeds 50 plus 400 by 7. Right, so this many hours it will take after 8 o'clock. Let's look at the options 8:46, 8:30, 8:56 and all. So we'll have to do a bit of simplification work. We just need to solve this part. Okay, so let me write it over here. Now 100 upon 50 plus 4 by 7. 100 upon 50 plus 400 by 7. So this 7 will multiply over here and then it will go to the numerator. So we'll get 700 by 750 hour. Right, now can I say 700 by 700 would have been 1 hour? Here the denominator is slightly more than 700, relatively 700 and 750, they are close. So this answer should be slightly less than 1 hour, and we have this option 856. Right, if you want to precisely calculate, so this will come out to be 70 upon 75, or you can say 14 by 15. This is into hours, so convert it into minutes, so you will get 56 minutes. So 56 minutes past 8, that is 8:56 a.m. they'll cross each other. Yes, everyone, have you all understood this part? Quickly show me a thumbs up, guys. If you have any query, then quickly type it in the chat box, because ideally you should have understood this thing. It's not that difficult. Okay, fine, great. Okay, so let me show you one more question. Let's see if you are able to solve this question or not. It should take about 2 minutes time for you to solve this question. Everyone, please try for this question quickly. It is again based on the concept of relative speed. Okay. Yeah. So two persons start from A and B with the speeds of 29 and 49 kilometers respectively. Guys, this is a slightly tricky question, but if you can tackle this question, nothing like that. Okay, so person one started from here, another person started from here, and they started simultaneously. Okay, so this person is traveling in this direction at the speed of 29 kilometers per hour, and this is going at a speed of 49 kilometers per hour. After they cross each other, okay, now guys, remember one thing: when two people start simultaneously from two different points towards each other, when they meet, they both must have traveled for the same amount of time. Okay, so for example, if two people started at 8 o'clock and they met at 8:30, can I say both of them traveled for 30 minutes? The distance that they might have traveled may be different depending upon their speeds. For example, in this case, of course, the person from B is traveling at a higher speed, 49 kilometers per hour. So when they meet, they would have meet at a farther distance from B and closer distance from A, because this person would have traveled slightly lesser distance. So what happens is person from A comes to C, person from B comes to C, and they crossed over here. Right, now look at this part. The answer lies in this one, in the second line. After they cross each other, the person from B covers 145 kilometer to reach to A. Right, that means the CA distance is nothing but 145 kilometer. Right, that means the person from A must have traveled this 145 kilometer to reach to this point C. And how much time will it take to travel this 145 kilometer at a speed of 29 kilometer per hour? Guys, can you quickly calculate this thing? It will come out to be 5 hours. That means when they met, each of them traveled for 5 hours. Right? So how much distance will B travel at speed of 49 kilometer per hour in 5 years? So it will be 49 into 5. What is 49 5s are? It will be 245. Yes or no? So this distance should be 245 kilometer. So what is the total distance, guys? It's 145 plus 245, that is 390 kilometer. That's your answer. How much time did it take? Did you think like this? Everyone, I'm sure many of you would have got the answer, right? Great. And guys, are you all enjoying this session? Quickly, yeah, show me a thumbs up. And once again, do not forget to press the like button. Everyone, we need to get the maximum likes for all our sessions, right? Okay, so let's be excited about all these daily life sessions. Everyone. Fine, so I'll keep giving you question because see, in the last session we had understood all the basic concepts. We had understood speed, relationship between speed, distance, time, and proportionality. So if you have understood those concepts, all the remaining concepts are just dependent on that, and you should not find it difficult, right? Okay, so let's see whether you are able to solve this question or not. Now guys, this question is slightly different, so do one thing, everyone, just stop doing your work and pay your attention. Let me explain this question. So a person P starts his journey from A and another person Q starts his journey from B towards each other. When nothing is mentioned, you will assume that both of them must have started simultaneously. Okay. Now the speeds of P and Q are 16 and 25 km per hour respectively, and they meet at point M somewhere between A and B. Let me show you the situation. So a person P starts his journey from A. So this is point A, this is point B. P started from here at a speed of 16 km per hour. Q started from here at a speed of 25 km per hour, right? Okay, now can you quickly tell me when will they meet? When they meet, who would have traveled more distance, guys? When they meet, they are meeting at point M. So where will this point M be? Will it be at the middle, or will it be towards A or towards B? Can you quickly tell me, everyone? Yup. Okay, right. See, B, the person from B, that is Q, is traveling at a higher speed. So of course they'll meet at a farther distance from B. So let's take this point M. They are meeting over here, right? Okay, now what is the question? So what is the ratio of time taken by P and Q to reach point M? Guys, what will be the answer? Isn't this a simple question? When they meet, right, can I say both of them must have traveled for the same time? If this person traveled for T time, so this must have traveled for T time. So what is this ratio? It's 1:1, correct? It's a simple question, but this question is slightly tricky. What is the ratio of time taken by P and Q after meeting each other at M to reach B and respectively? Now guys, here there is a concept which says that if two persons start together from two different points towards each other, and if they meet at a particular point M, right, and after meeting, time taken by them is say B and A hours respectively. That means suppose B take B hours, and A take A hours to travel this remaining distance. Then, and speed of B is say SB and speed of A is SA. So this relationship always holds true. Speed of A upon speed of B is equal to under root of B by A. Now you might be wondering, sir, ये time speed distance में under root कहाँ से आ गया? So guys, there is an explanation for this particular concept. So here we are not going to get into the proof, but you can actually derive by your own this concept. Okay, do you want me to derive this, everyone? If you want me to derive this, quickly type yes in the chat box. You know, how did we get this formula? So of course you can remember formula, that's one way, or you can understand that, right? So this question answer was 1:1. What will be the answer for this question? Yeah, so here we know the speeds. SA is given as what? 16 km per hour. SB is 25 km per hour. And suppose this person B took B hours time, person A took A hours time. So what will be the ratio of that time? Because they are asking us what is the ratio of time taken by P and Q after meeting each other, right? Okay, so here instead of A we have person P, instead of Q we have person B, right? So I can write it this way: SA upon SB, SA upon SB is equal to under root of b by a. Yes, I'm going to derive it as couple of you have requested. So I'll derive this formula. I'll show you how it has come. Okay, but let's answer this question first. So what is SA? SA is given as 16, SB is given as 25, is equal to under root of b by a. Just square on both sides. So what will we get? We'll get a by b is equal to 625 by 16 square is 256. This will be our answer. Okay, so now comes how did we get this thing? Okay, the question comes how did we get this thing? Okay, so let me show you. Yeah, let me show you one concept for this one. So let's understand this one through an example. Suppose two people started from point A and B towards each other at a speed SA and SB. Yes, everyone, I am deriving that formula that SA upon SB is equal to under root of B by A. No, you will rarely find this derivation somewhere in the book. So pay your attention. It's very interesting. Okay, it will actually help you understand things in a much better way. And yeah, I'm really happy that some of you at least said, yes, sir, we want to understand that. Okay, so pay your attention. And let's assume this distance is D here. Distance would not matter much. Okay. Now they started towards each other. Let's assume SA is greater than SB. Matlab speed of person A is more than speed of person B. So suppose they are meeting at this point C. Now when they met, can I say each of them traveled for t years time? A also traveled for t years, B also traveled for t years because they started simultaneously. So what will be this distance AC? Can I say this distance AC is nothing but SA into T? Because person from A traveled for t years at a speed of SA, so distance is speed into time, right? Same with this distance will be SB into T, because person from B traveled at a speed of SB for t years, so this distance should be SB into T. Are you all clear up till now? Right. Now suppose after crossing each other, person from A took A years time and person from B took B years time. So only then we'll get this relation, right? So can I say this time is equal to distance by speed, right? So this A hours should be equal to person from A has to travel this CB distance, that is SB into T distance, SB into T distance, at what speed? At its own SA speed. Same way, person from B needs to travel this AC distance because they met over here and person from B is going in this direction. So they need to travel this AC distance, which is SA into T. Okay, so this B hours, that is time, is equal to distance upon speed. What is the speed of person from B? It's SB, correct? Okay, so can I write down T is equal to, here T will be equal to A into SA upon SB. Same way, what will be T over here? B into SB upon SA, right? Now since both of these are equal to T, so we can straight away equate them. So let's equate this two. So what will we get? Cross multiply. So you will get SA square upon SB square. I'm just writing this step over here, is equal to B by A, or if you just take square root, you will get this formula. Guys, have you all understood this? Everyone? Yes, once again, see, we are discussing, we started with relative speed and we have understood that relative speed when two people travel in opposite direction will be sum of the speeds, same direction, difference of speeds. Then we are talking about a special concept related to two moving bodies, that after meeting, if they take A hours and B hours respectively, then what is the relationship between this A, B and their individual speed, that is SA and SB. So this is what I have derived, right? Do one thing, quickly note down this thing, and if you have any query, then please type it in the chat box before we go ahead with the next question. And in the meantime, I also want you to just relook at this question, how we applied that concept over here. Please do that, guys. So we are actually going to discuss some really interesting question in this, some of the question which are straight from CAT. So let's look at this. This is a CAT question. Okay, so let's solve it together, guys, step by step, because after this session you can practice plenty of such question from whatever material, whatever book you have. If you're also on this group, then I'll help you out with some additional practice question. So please make sure you are there. A ship develops a leak 12 kilometers from the shore. Despite the leak, the ship is able to move towards the shore at a speed of 8 kilometers per hour. Okay, there is a ship over here. Okay, this is the ship, which is some distance away from this shore. So here is the shore. Okay, and the speed of the ship is 8 kilometers per hour. Okay, and it is 12 kilometers away from the shore. So this is also given. However, the ship can stay afloat only for 20 minutes. Okay, the ship will sink after 20 minutes. If a rescue vessel were to leave from the shore towards the ship, so this is the rescue vessel, okay, and it takes 4 minutes to evacuate the crew and passengers of the ship. So effectively, the ship is going to remain afloat only for 20 minutes, out of which 4 minutes will be required to transfer everyone. So can I say the ship needs to reach to this rescue vessel, or you can say the rescue vessel needs to reach to the ship in 16 minutes time? Both of this needs to meet in 16 minutes time. Everyone, do you agree with this? Yep. Okay. So what should be the minimum speed of the rescue vessel in order to be able to successfully rescue the people aboard? Now suppose, let's assume that rescue vessel is traveling at r kilometer per hour. Okay. Now can I say in 16 minutes time, 16 minutes means, can I say 16 by 60 r? Or you can say, what is 16 by 60? So you can say 4 by 15 hour time. They need to together travel this 12 kilometer distance. Time is equal to distance by speed. Now what will be their speeds? So one is traveling at a speed of 8, another is traveling at a speed of r. They are traveling in opposite direction. So the relative speed will be sum of the speeds. Yes, everyone, do you agree with this? Are you all clear up till now? Is there any confusion? Show me a thumbs up quickly. Right, great. Okay, so this will be 8 plus r. This will be the relative speed. So 12 upon 8 plus r should be equal to 4 by 15. Let's solve it over here. So what will I get? 8 plus r is equal to 12 upon 4 by 15. So 15 will be over here, right? So what will this come out to be? Guys, can I say this will be 4 3s are 12, 15 3s are 45 minus 8, it will be, so r will come out to be 37. Answer is 37 km per hour. This rescue vessel should travel at a speed of 37 km per hour. Look at the length of the question, looks huge. Ship, vessel, shore, समंदर, काफी लोग तो समंदर देख के डूब जाते हैं, right? So make sure you are not doing that thing. Your ship is not sinking, right? It was an easy question, can be tackled in less than 2 minutes time, guys. And do not make any silly mistakes in the calculation, right? Okay, let's go ahead. So now, guys, we have discussed sufficient question based on relative speed. Okay, now we need to understand questions based on trains and then boats and stream. Everyone, so train questions, now I am talking about those train questions where the length of the train will be considered. See, even we discussed that question of Delhi and Ambala, that was also train question, but Delhi and Ambala are far apart, so length of the train is negligible. But there are certain questions where you'll be asked that there is a train which is 100-meter long, moving at a speed of 10 meters per second. In how much time will it cross a person or a platform or another train, and all this question. So here length of the train has to be considered. Now I'm teaching you 4 situations, or you can say all the train problems can be categorized in these 4 situations. If you have understood these 4 situations, you can tackle any train problem. So let's quickly understand what are those 4 situations. Let me draw those partitions first. So situation number 1, in that you will be given this kind of information that there is a train 100-meter long traveling at a speed of 10 meters per second. Okay, now there is a person standing beside the railway line, person or a pole, whosoever it is, and you'll be asked this question that in how much time will this train cross that person? कितने टाइम में ये ट्रेन इस पर्सन को क्रॉस कर लेगी? सो अभी ट्रेन का इंजन बिल्कुल पर्सन के पास में है, तब से लेके ट्रेन का लास्ट बोगी पर्सन को क्रॉस करेगा तब तक का हमें टाइम देखना है. So can I say this engine has traveled distance equal to its own length, which is 100 meter? This distance is nothing but 100 meter. Now what is time? Time is equal to distance by speed, right? What is the distance to be traveled by engine? It's 100 meter. At what speed? At its own speed, which is 10 meter per second. So how much time will it take? It will take 10 seconds time. Everyone, have you understood this? Quickly show me a thumbs up if you all are clear with this point, right? It was a simple problem, isn't that? Great. Okay, so let's look at one more situation, second situation. In the same problem where the train is traveling at a speed of 100 meter, the train is 100 meter long and traveling at a speed of 10 meter per second. Now in how much time will it cross a person who is also moving in the same direction at 18 kilometer per hour? The person is also moving, is walking beside the railway line or running beside the railway line at a speed of 18 kilometer per hour, right? Now guys, please understand, when a train wants to cross a person or a pole, ultimately train will have to travel distance equal to its own length, right? At what speed? At the relative speed. Now 18 kilometer per hour, so can I say it's nothing but 5 meter per second? So since both of them are moving in the same direction, what is the relative speed? 10 minus 5, that is 5 meter per second. So how much time will it take? So now it will take 20 seconds time. Earlier it was taking 10 seconds time, but now the person is also moving, so it will take slightly longer for train to cross that person. Yes or no, everyone? Yeah. Okay, great. So let's look at the third situation. The same train, 100 meter long, traveling at a speed of 10 meter per second. In how much time will it cross a platform which is 150 meter long? Now once again guys, understand, the train wants to cross the platform, so can I say the engine of the train is over here right now? From that point of time, you need to check when the last bogie crosses the platform. So what is the total distance traveled by this engine? Can I say length of the platform plus length of the train? So that is 250 meter. At what speed? At its own speed, that is 10 meter per second. So how much time will it take? Distance upon speed. It will take 25 seconds time. Yes, everyone? Okay. And the fourth situation, what is the fourth situation? So in the fourth situation, it will be about two trains. Say one train is 100 meter long, traveling at speed of 10 meter per second. There is another train which is coming from opposite direction. It's say 150 meter long and it is traveling at 12 meter per second. Now how much time, in how much time will both the trains cross together each other, right? So please understand, when two trains wants to cross each other, whether they're traveling in opposite direction or in the same direction, remember the distance to be traveled is equal to sum of this lengths. So what is the total distance to be traveled? 100 plus 150, that is 250 meter. Now what will be the relative speed? Since they are traveling in opposite direction, relative speed will be sum of the speed. So relative speed will be 22 meter per second. Had it been in the same direction, the only thing that would have changed was the denominator. You would have written 20 minus 10 if both were traveling in the same direction. Sorry, 12 minus 10. Okay, but here they are traveling in opposite direction, so relative speed will become 22 meter per second and total distance to be traveled is equal to sum of their lengths. Right? So what will be this value? So of course I can make out 22 tens are 220, 22 into 11 is 242. So this should be 11 point something seconds time. Yes or no, everyone? Have you all understood this? Yeah. Okay, fine, great. So guys, we are almost halfway. We have understood relative speed, we have understood trains. Right, so before we go ahead with both sense stream, let's quickly practice few questions related to train. So look at this question. A train at 54 km per hour. Now 54 km per hour, what is the speed in meter per second? It will be 15 meter per second. 18 threes are 54, so 5 threes are 15 meter per second. Takes 20 seconds to cross a platform. and 12 seconds to pass a man who is walking in the same direction at a speed of 6 km per hour. Find the length of the train and the platform. Can you please try for this question? Take 1 minute's time and see if you can figure out something. Everyone, quickly. Please check. I'm sure you will be able to solve this. Let me just draw the situation, guys. The train is running at 54 km per hour. Now look at this speed of the man. It is given in kilometer per hour. So, we may not require this 15 meter per second right now. Let's draw the situation. So this is the train. Let's assume the length of train as X meter and it is going at say 15 meter per second right now. And it takes 20 seconds to cross the platform. So here is the platform. Let's assume the length of the platform is Y meter. So this train crosses this platform. So can I say train needs to travel X plus Y meter distance? At what speed? At its own speed, that is 15 meter per second speed. How much time it takes? It takes 20 seconds for it. Yeah, so we got one relation over here. If I just multiply this 2, so what will I get? I'll get X plus Y is equal to 300 meters. That means length of the train plus length of the platform is 300 meters. None of the option adds up to 300 meters. So this should be the answer. As simple as that. But in actual exam, probably you will not be given this kind of option. So we'll have to solve further. So this is the first part of the solution. Now let's pick the second part. The same train crosses the man who is also walking in the same direction at a speed of 6 km per hour. So train is going at 54 km per hour. Now here I'll keep the speed in kilometer per hour only, and the man is going at 6 km per hour. And the length of the train is X meter. Okay. So of course, and it takes 12 seconds. So this 12 seconds time is equal to distance, that is its own length, divide by speed. Now please understand the time is in second. The length of the train has been taken in meters, so we'll have to convert the speeds into meter per second. Right? Now what will be the speed? So both are moving in the same direction, so relative speed will be what? Sum or difference? Guys, quickly tell me. It will be difference of speeds. 54 minus 6. Correct? So what will I get over here? I'll get X is equal to 12 into 54 minus 6 is 48 into 5 by 18. Right? So let's quickly solve this thing. 6 3s are 18, 2 6 are 12, and this is 16. So 16 5s are 80 into 2, 160. So this X will come out to be 160 meter. What is the length of train plus platform? 300. So what should be Y? It should be 140 meters. So we'll get X as 160 meter and we'll get Y as 140 meter. So that's why again we can reinforce our option D. Everyone, have you understood this train problems? Are they difficult? Can you tackle this? See, if you have understood these 4 situations correctly, I'm sure you will not find it difficult. But guys, just make one point, right? After every session that you attend, please practice at least 20-30 questions. 30 questions will be good. So if I talk about time, speed, distance, so what you can do is you can practice 20 questions just or even 15 questions just based on trains, another 15 questions purely on relative speed, another 10 to 15 questions on boats and stream. So this is how you can actually make sure that you will not forget the concepts. Everyone, yeah, okay, sure. So one couple of more questions, and there are some really interesting questions in this. Okay. So 2 trains travel in opposite direction at 36 and 45 kilometers per hour. A man sitting in slower train passes the faster train in 8 seconds. Now guys, you may find this question slightly confusing, but it's actually very simple. A man sitting in slower train, suppose this is the man, okay, and this train is going at the slow train is going what, at 36 km per hour. So can I say the man is also going at this direction, in this direction at 36 km per hour? Yes or no? Whatever is the speed of the train, the same is the speed of the man. So man is going in this direction at 36 km per hour, and this man crosses the faster train in 8 seconds. A man sitting in slower train passes the faster train in 8 seconds. So this is that faster train. Okay, let's assume the length of the train as x meter, and it is going at 45 km per hour. Now look at the situation. What is the situation? So the man is going in this direction at 36 km per hour. The train is coming in this direction. Man doesn't have any length, by the way. Okay, so right, and the train, faster train, is coming at a speed of 45 km per hour. So as we have understood, when a train wants to cross a man, whether they are going in same direction or in opposite direction, the train will have to travel distance equal to its own length, that is x meter. At what speed? At the relative speed. So here the relative speed will be sum of the speeds, that is 36 plus 45 km per hour. So let's multiply by 5 by 18, so it will become meter per second. And how much time does it take? 8 seconds. So this distance by speed should be equal to this 8 seconds, correct? And if you solve this thing, you will get some value of x. I think it should come out to be 180 meter. Just check that, guys, quickly. This is 81 by 18. So it will be 9. So 9 5s are 45 by 2. So x will be equal to 8 into 45 by 2. So it will come out to be 180 meter, correct? So we will tick mark option A. Everyone, are you all clear with this? Right. So this question is also similar one. You can try to solve this question. It's slightly tricky. It's a CAT question. Do one thing, take 1 minute time to solve this. Everyone, chalo, take 1 minute time. Okay? And then let's see. P 400 meter long, 108 km per hour, west, traveling in west. Q 380 meter long, traveling in the opposite direction, that is east. And Q is traveling at 90 km per hour. And a person R inside train Q is running at a speed of 18 km per hour. Guys, whenever you come across such question and if you get confused, immediately draw the diagram. What is the situation? So train P is going towards west. This is train P. At what speed is it going? 108. What is the length of this train? 400 meter. Right? Another train Q. Okay, so here is the train Q. At what speed is it going? It's of 380 meter long. Okay, and it is traveling at 90 km per hour. Right? A person R inside Q is running at a speed of 18 km per hour towards the back of the train. Now, if train is going in this direction, the person R is over here. Now see here, the length of the train would not come in the picture. The person is going in this direction at a speed of 18 km per hour. Now guys, please understand, the train is going in this direction. I'm talking about the train Q. Look at the second train, train Q is going in this direction at 90 and the person is going in this direction at 18. So can I say effectively the person will be dragged in the east direction at this person's effective speed will be in this direction. At what speed? 72 km per hour. How did I get this 72? 90 minus 18. So it is similar to this one. I mean, you are going against the current of the river. The river is flowing at a 90 km per hour. Suppose there is a flood kind of situation. The river is flowing very fast and you are trying in opposite direction at a speed of 18 km per hour. So effectively what will happen? You will go every hour 18 km in this direction and the river will drag you 90 km every hour in this direction. So effectively you will be traveling in the reverse direction or 72 km per hour. So similarly the thing happens over here. Have you all understood why will this come out to be 72 km per hour in eastward direction? Yes. Okay, so now the situation is something like this. R is effectively going in this direction at a speed of 72 km per hour. Train P is going in this direction. ठीक है, train P which is 400 meter long is going in this direction at a speed of what, 108 km per hour, right? So what is the question? How long will the train P take to completely cross the person R? कितने टाइम में ये ट्रेन P पर्सन R को क्रॉस करेगी? तो हमें पता है कि जब भी ट्रेन को पर्सन को क्रॉस करना है, ट्रेन को खुद की लेंथ के बराबर का डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल करना पड़ेगा. At what speed? At the relative speed. Relative speed here will be sum of the speeds, that is 72 plus 108 किलोमीटर पर आवर है, तो मीटर पर सेकेंड के लिए 5/18 कर दो. This will be the required time. What will be this one, guys? Just solve this thing. This is 50, so it will come out to be 8 seconds. Yes or no? So answer will be 8 seconds, everyone. So the actual complication was over here, but we made it very simple. So in case if you couldn't understand this part, guys, what I'll suggest is you just replay the video. That's perfectly fine. Or maybe after the session you can just completely watch the video again. You know, when you look at things couple of times, things really become simple. So whatever gray area remain in the first lab will be covered in the second time when you watch it. It's just that you need to spend double the time, right? I'm sure you should be willing to do it. Okay, now guys, there are even escalators problem being asked in CAT exam. So let's understand this escalator problem and then we'll understand this hare and hound problem before we go ahead with both and stream. Okay, so please be here and let's understand how to solve this question. So escalator may be either going upward or going downward. Now what happens? So when you go on the escalator, normally we being smart people, we just stand there. But in this problem, the person will not be standing, they'll be moving. So if escalator is going upward and if you also start walking in upward direction, so what happens? Suppose you reach from bottom to the top in 5 seconds. So in this 5 seconds, certain steps will be taken by you and the remaining steps will be taken by escalator. Yes or no? Right. So this is what we need to apply over here. Okay, guys, let's understand what it says. Robin, yeah, is Robin present? Walked down an escalator and took 40 steps to reach the bottom. Now guys, please understand, we don't know whether escalator is moving up or down. Okay, so let's read further. Robin walked down an escalator and took 40 steps. Vasu started simultaneously from the bottom, taking 2 steps to every 1 step taken by Robin. Matlab, the speed of Robin is twice the speed of, speed of Vasu is twice the speed of Robin, right? Time taken by Robin to reach to the bottom from the top is same as time taken by Vasu to reach to the top from bottom. Guys, क्या होगा? क्या कुछ समझ में आया आपको? बोलो, चलो. एस्केलेटर अप जा रही है, डाउन जा रही है? बताओ. प्लीज type it in the comment section and please tell me whether the escalator is upward moving or downward moving. रॉबिन से वासु की स्पीड डबल है और फिर भी दोनों को सेम टाइम लग रहा है. सी, रॉबिन इज गोइंग डाउन, वासु इज गोइंग अप, और वासु की स्पीड रॉबिन से डबल है, फिर भी दोनों को सेम टाइम लग रहा है. तो कैन आई से द एस्केलेटर शुड बी मूविंग डाउन? द एस्केलेटर शुड बी मूविंग डाउन. यस और नो? Right? Okay, so guys, let's understand this way. So Robin and Vasu, Robin takes 40 steps and remaining steps must be taken by escalator because escalator is moving down. Vasu takes double the steps than Robin, that is 80 steps in the same time. Both of them are taking the same time, so it must be Vasu must be taking 80 steps and escalator is pulling him down x steps. क्योंकि जितने टाइम में रॉबिन 40 स्टेप्स लेता है, एस्केलेटर कितना लेगी? x स्टेप्स लेगी. और जितने टाइम में रॉबिन 40 लेता है, वासु कितने लेगा? 80 स्टेप्स लेगा कि नहीं? एंड एस्केलेटर उसको पुल डाउन करेगा. सो कैन आई से बोथ ऑफ दिस आर नथिंग बट टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टेप्स. वासु नीचे से ऊपर जा रहा है, रॉबिन ऊपर से नीचे आ रहा है. So ये जो टोटल है 40 प्लस एक्स आर नथिंग बट टोटल स्टेप्स ऑन एस्केलेटर, और 80 माइनस एक्स क्यों? फिर से एक बार समझ लो, वासु ऊपर की तरफ जा रहे हैं और एस्केलेटर उतने टाइम में एक्स स्टेप्स नीचे की तरफ आ रही है, या तो इसलिए ये दो इक्वेशन सेम हो गया। क्या आप सबको समझ में आया है ये पॉइंट, और डू यू वांट मी टू एक्सप्लेन अगेन एवरीवन? या ओके, फिर से एक बार देख लेते हैं, चलो। Robin walked down on an escalator and took 40 steps to reach to the bottom. Okay, so अभी हमें इतना तो समझ में आ गया है, we have understood by now that escalator is moving down. Okay, so Robin started from here. Robin took 40 steps and remaining x steps have been taken by escalator in the same time. जितने टाइम में रॉबिन ने 40 स्टेप्स लिए, एस्केलेटर ने कितने स्टेप्स लिए? x स्टेप्स लिए। वासु नीचे से शुरू करता है और ऊपर की तरफ जाना चाहता है, बट एस्केलेटर तो नीचे जा रही है। अब जितने टाइम में रॉबिन 40 स्टेप्स लेगा, वासु कितने स्टेप्स लेगा? 80 स्टेप्स लेगा ऊपर की तरफ, बट एस्केलेटर नीचे की तरफ x स्टेप्स लेगी, क्योंकि ये 40 स्टेप्स ऑफ रॉबिन इज इक्वल टू 80 स्टेप्स ऑफ वासु इज इक्वल टू x स्टेप्स ऑफ escalator, right? So can I say total steps on escalator for Robin is 40 plus x? Same way, total steps on escalator should be 80 minus x. Yes or no? क्योंकि दोनों सेम टाइम में ऊपर से नीचे, नीचे से ऊपर जा रहे हैं, करेक्ट? तो इसको सॉल्व करेंगे तो x कितना आ जाएगा? 20 आ जाएगा। तो मतलब एस्केलेटर पे स्टेप कितने हो गए? 40 प्लस 20 60 स्टेप्स है। एस्केलेटर पे टोटल 60 स्टेप्स है, 60 स्टेप्स, राइट? बट हमारा क्वेश्चन तो ये है ही नहीं, हमारा क्वेश्चन तो एक स्टेप ऊपर है। लुक एट द क्वेश्चन, हाउ मेनी स्टेप्स मोर देन रॉबिन डिड वासु टेक बिफोर दे क्रॉस ईच अदर, राइट? तो अभी यहां पे देखो, वासु रॉबिन यहां से शुरू करता है, वासु यहां से शुरू करता है। कैन आई से बोथ ऑफ देम हैव द सेम रिलेटिव स्पीड गाइस? रॉबिन की स्पीड कितनी हुई? जितने टाइम में रॉबिन 40 प्लस एक्स 60 स्टेप्स नीचे जाएगा, उतने टाइम में वासु भी क्या कर रहा है? 80 माइनस 20 60 स्टेप्स ही ऊपर जा रहा है। तो दोनों की रिलेटिव स्पीड तो सेम हो गई ना? यस, दोनों की स्पीड सेम हो गई, करेक्ट? इफेक्टिव स्पीड, मैं रिलेटिव स्पीड नहीं कहूंगा, इफेक्टिव स्पीड सेम हो गई। भले ही वासु फास्ट जा रहा है लेकिन एस्केलेटर उसको पीछे खींच रही है। सो वासु भी सपोज 1 मिनट में 60 स्टेप्स ले रहा है और नीचे से ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है। रॉबिन भी 1 मिनट में टोटल 60 स्टेप्स लेके ऊपर से नीचे की तरफ जा रहा है, करेक्ट? सो दोनों, चूंकि दोनों सेम नंबर ऑफ स्टेप्स पर मिनट ले रहे हैं इफेक्टिवली इंक्लूडिंग दी एस्केलेटर पार्ट, तो दोनों जब मिलेंगे ना सेंटर में मिलेंगे, और सेंटर में जब मिलते हैं तो टोटल रॉबिन 30 स्टेप्स आया होगा, जिसमें से 20 स्टेप्स उसने लिए होंगे और 10 स्टेप एस्केलेटर ने लिए होंगे। सेम वे वासु ने क्या किया होगा? वासु जब यहां तक पहुंचेगा तो वो भी 30 स्टेप्स आया, तो क्या हुआ होगा? ये 30 में 40 स्टेप्स वासु ने लिए होंगे एंड 10 स्टेप वो एस्केलेटर उसको नीचे खींच के ले आ गया होगा, राइट? सो रॉबिन ने इफेक्टिवली कितने स्टेप्स लिए? 20, वासु ने कितने लिए? 40। So what is the difference between the steps? It's 20 steps. Have you understood this? The answer should be 20 steps, guys. Okay. So yeah, in case if you still have query, guys, I'll suggest you please watch this video again. So let's quickly look at the last question, which is related to hare and hound. This is completely a different variety. So let's understand this part, everyone. Yeah, so in a hare and hound question, mostly you will be given the similar data that I have mentioned. Hare and hound. So hare runs faster, but his steps are smaller. Hound runs slower, but maybe his steps may be longer, something like that. So you will have to mainly use ratios to understand this, to solve this question. So guys, let's look at this one. A hare pursued by a greyhound is 20 of her own lips ahead of him. Okay, so means hare is over here and hound is over here. Greyhound, so we'll say GH. This is hare. Hare means H and greyhound means GH. Okay, while the hare takes 4 lips, let me just write guys properly, we'll require some more steps. So greyhound is over here and hare is over here, and this distance is how much? 20 steps of hare, but we don't know what's the length of hare steps. Now let's look this one. While the hare takes 4 lips, the greyhound takes 3 lips. Let me write it this way. Hare and greyhound steps per minute. Okay, I'm assuming in per minute, hare takes 4 lips. Steps means lips. Okay, so greyhound take 3 lips or 3 steps. So in every minute, hare takes 4 steps and greyhound take 3 steps. Are you all clear up till now, everyone? Great. Now let's read further. 2 lips of greyhound is equal to 3 lips of hare. Okay, now this is slightly tricky part. 2 lips of greyhound is equal to 3 lips of hare in terms of distance traveled. So can I say length of steps of greyhound and hare is 3:2? Let's assume greyhound covers 3 meter distance per step. So hare must be covering 2 meter distance, 2 meter distance per step. Isn't that? So let me write over here distance covered per step. Hare covers 2 meter distance per step and greyhound covers 3 meter distance per step. Only then I can say 3 steps of hare is equal to 2 steps of greyhound. See, 2 3s are 6 and 3 2s are 6. Right or not? So can I say, now please understand what are we going to get. Can I say distance covered per minute will be equal to product of this two. This is steps per minute. This is distance per step. Steps per minute into distance per step. Can I say this step will get cancelled off? So what will I get? Distance covered per minute. So product of this two. So this will be 8 meter per minute and this will be 9 meter per minute. क्या ये समझ में आया सबको? Everyone, have you understood how did I get all this data? Now let's go back to the question and let's understand. So a hare is pursued by a greyhound. A hare pursued by a greyhound is 20 of her own step, that is hare step ahead of him. So hare का एक step हमने कितना distance का लिया है? 2 meter long लिया है एक step. So 20 steps कितना होगा? 40 meter हो जाएगा. Yes. So basically hare is 40 meter ahead of greyhound. This is the situation. Now can I say every minute greyhound travels 9 meter and hare travels 8 meter? So how much distance will greyhound gain over hare in 1 minute? Can I say 1 meter distance? So what is the relative speed of greyhound over hare? Because both of them are running in the same direction. It is being pursued. So the relative speed is 1 meter per minute. And what is the gap? 40 meters. So can I say it will take 40 minutes time? It will take 40 minutes time. Now what is the question? How many lips will greyhound overtake the hare? In how many lips will greyhound overtake the hare? It will take total 40 minutes time and every minute greyhound is taking 3 lips. So can I say in 40 minutes it will take 120 lips? Everyone, have you understood this part? It will take 120 minutes. It will take 120 lips of greyhound by the time it catches the hare. Right? Okay, so I think guys today we have discussed quite many concepts, relative speed, then trains, and some other varieties of problem like escalator and greyhound, right? The hare and hound kind of problem. So what we'll do is we'll do boats and stream in the next session, that is part 3. In part 3 we'll be discussing these points, boats and stream, then linear races and circular races. In boats and stream we are going to cover some really good varieties of question, so make sure you are not missing part 3. And before we go ahead guys, let me quickly tell you about this plans. So yeah, please go for plus subscription, use my referral code and enjoy many more benefits like you will get personal attention, complete guidance from me. You will be able to attend our plus courses, which are very much structured courses. In fact, just today I took one session on LRDI. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday I take LRDI sessions, and you can also take feedback from them. I mean, they are really enjoying it because I make sure that they get exposure to different varieties of special questions. So if you want to attend my plus courses, go for plus subscription of at least 6 to 12 months if you're appearing for this year, and if you're planning to appear for CAT next year, then you can go for 24 months plan also. And yeah, keep attending my special classes, which are now it's going to be Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. But the duration will be longer, 5 to 7 p.m. And of course, every Sunday there will be a marathon session. So keep learning with me. Make sure that you are also part of our Telegram group. This is Telegram group, so that you can even get more guidance. But yes, I'll still suggest you to go for plus subscription. You'll really enjoy those benefits. Okay guys, so the next session will be in some time. Please make sure that you attend that. That's it for this session. Hope you enjoyed it, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this part. Subscribe. I know all of you have subscribed, but please share this video with as many of your friends as possible. You can also post it on your social media pages like Instagram, Facebook and all, so that we can reach out to maximum people. Thank you and enjoy your day. Thank you.